am making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2024. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of the schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source, the Star-Ledger, and the Home News Tribune, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2024. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mayor Karlovic.
Present.
Councilman Boyle.
Here.
Councilman Finestrella.
Here.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. Here. Councilman Morrow.
Here.
Councilman Scarice.
Here.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Here.
Is there a motion to accept and approve the following minutes? Council meeting December 27, 2023, January 3, 2024, and January 17, 2024.
A motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno. Yes. Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Yes.
Okay, great. I just have a few announcements. St. Teresa's Food Pantry is always looking for food donations. If anyone would like to drop food off there, they can use it, or gift cards, specifically in the form of $25. They like to give them out. There's also going to be free tax preparation for veterans and seniors February 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Juliet Creperie on Michigan Avenue. I believe it's 19 Michigan Avenue. Please call 908-361-0255 to make an appointment. There'll be free hot chocolate and coffee. This event is sponsored by the Louis DeMondo Civic Association, and there's parking in the rear of the building. Also, the Senior Club is looking to extend their membership. I was there today, and I had a conversation. So if anyone would like to get involved, they meet the first Wednesday of every month at 1 p.m. at the Senior Center. The next meeting for the Senior Club is Wednesday, March 6th. And that's all I have. I'd like to just wish everyone also a happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you enjoy our wonderful restaurants in Kenilworth and take your special someone out for a nice dinner. I'd like to move on to the finance report. Councilman, Finestrella.
Thank you, Mayor.
Everyone changed.
Basically, there's not much to say except for our CFO, Jill, is working with also our CFO, Ken, on the budget. They'd like to sit down with the finance meeting within the next 2 weeks. We nailed down a date already, so we're going to sit down and go through some of the finance numbers. The taxes are due for this quarter, February 1st. Grace period ends on February 12th. Unless Joe or Ken has anything else to say? That's it.
Okay, thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Works, Councilman Boyle.
Thank you, Mayor. The DPW responded to 2 on-call sewer emergencies for 8 hours. 11 staff members were deployed for approximately 7 hours of overtime for the 3 snow and ice events. The department used 130 tons of road salt, and the borough has replenished it through the Union County Co-op purchasing agreement. 2024 DPW information guides have been mailed out to all Kenilworth homes. The next cardboard will be picked up on Tuesday, February 13th, cans and bottles on February 20th, and borough-wide brush pickups will be on Thursdays. Thursday, right?
Yeah, it's always on Thursday.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Safety, Councilman Zimmerman.
Thank you, Mayor. For the month of January, the Kenilworth Police Department responded to 870 calls for service and there were 106 911 calls, which were the total for the month. There were a total of 78 hours of overtime for the month, primarily for scheduled patrol overtime, which was 36 hours, dispatch overtime, which was 36 hours, and Detective Bureau overtime, which was 6 hours of investigations and follow-ups. The Kennewick Police Department completed 86 hours of training for the month, which included rifle instructor training, CJIS training, SWAT, UCERT, ARRIVE training, and the police department also issued 135 traffic summonses for the month. There was 1 sick day used for the month and 1 sick occurrence, which was for 6 hours. There were also no on-the-job injuries reported for the month of January. Chief Seuss, along with the Public Safety Committee, conducted interviews last week to fill 3 vacancies created when Captain Sims, Lieutenant Cox, and Sergeant Sandel retired, effective February 1st. We were very pleased with the quality of the candidates and are pleased to announce that we have selected 3 highly qualified individuals from Newark Police Department, Jersey City Police Department, and East Orange Police Department to join the Kenilworth force. The 3 officers are currently going through their psychological and medical evaluations and an intensive background check. Pending successful completion of those checks, the officers should be ready to be sworn in at the upcoming special council meeting on February 28th. Chief Seuss and the Public Safety Committee again have interviews scheduled next week, beginning this Saturday and next Tuesday, to fill the above vacancies, which were just discussed. We again have a highly qualified pool of candidates, and we expect those slots to be filled at the special council meeting on February 28th as well. January was a very busy month for the Kennewick Police Department. They responded to 4 shopliftings at the Acme, several car burglaries, which are still occurring, a half a dozen pursuits due to flock alerts, several CBS arrests, which are drug arrests, a missing person report, and a suicide investigation at the Kenilworth Inn. The most serious incident was on January 29th when 3 suspects pried open a locked window on a Jefferson Avenue residence and broke into that residence. The actors then found the key fob for the resident's BMW X7, which was parked locked in the driveway, and fled the scene. The residents, unfortunately, were home at the time, and they were shaken by the incident, but luckily unhurt. This type of incident is becoming more common lately in the surrounding suburbs, and residents and all are advised in town to please contact the Kennewick Police Department if they observe any suspicious activity at any time of the night. We're currently decoding and have decent ring footage of the suspects, and the investigation is still ongoing. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Scary, huh?
Very.
Okay, planning and zoning, Councilman Morrow.
All right, thank you, Mayor. John always leaves us on a high note or a low note, or this time now a scared note. But thank you, Chief, for everything you do, and to the fine men and women of our police department. It's amazing. All right, so my report. For planning, I'll start there. We have a planning board meeting tomorrow. Workshop starts at 6:30. We do not have popcorn or coffee, but it's always still exciting. So feel free to come by. Same place here in Borough Hall. We have 3 applications right now in the works at different levels. One of those will be actually heard tomorrow, and the others are working their way over to the board. We had a few variance applications requested since the last time I gave a report, so we expect those to come back, and then we'll start filling up the schedule for the planning board for the rest of, I guess, short-term meetings. So that's it on the planning board front. For zoning and code enforcement, we had a slow month, I'd say, from past months that we've talked about things. Only 2 complaints came in for code enforcement over the month of January. I can tell you already in February, it's getting a little higher. But of January's, we saw an abandoned car behind Mike's Place over in the north end of town, and a resident was pumping water out of their basement, causing ice to form in neighboring driveways. So both items were addressed accordingly, and we didn't see any kind of repeat. On the zoning front, I love this part of the report, and I might need some help from people on the council to help me pronounce a word here. We have a new business relocating from Union to Kenilworth, second one in the last few months, I might add. This is good stuff to see. We're a magnet for good things. A smoothie and an acai.
Acai, you had it right the first time.
So that's what's coming to town. It's coming off the boulevard and around
Excellent.
21st Street there. So,
Where is it coming?
by
21st?
Yeah.
Perfect.
so good things to see. The department here took advantage of some of the slow time over the month of January and did some cleanup on the website. They're enjoying making updates to it. I hope you're seeing the benefits of having the forms and everything going up there, trying to be a one-stop shop. Any comments, we'll be glad to take them. And they started getting sort of a leg up on some administrative work for renewals and letters that need to be sent out in 2024. So slow month overall, but all good things and ready for a busy spring. And that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Scarice.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll start with the Recreation Department. The basketball is halfway through point in this part of the season and has been going very well. They're migrating away from the Community Pass to a new program called Rec Desk. Rec Desk will have the same look and feel as the new borough website. Christian has been training and building out the programs for Rec Desk. Communications will be sent out once we are ready to have the community register for Rec Desk. Townwide Easter egg hunt is scheduled for Sunday, March 24th, starting at 10 a.m. The rain date will be Saturday, March 30th at 10 a.m. It will be held at Demario Park. This event is for residents only. Age range is from toddlers, which is basically walking, age to 4th grade. Middle school basketball tryouts will be held Monday, February 12th for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Tryouts will be held at Gamers Baseball Academy from 3:15 to 4:30. Registrations through Community Pass are required. Full details will be posted on the Recreation Department's Facebook. The borough website and flyers will be sent out through the school. Middle school track and field spring season is currently being worked out. More details to come. Kenilworth Fire Department, for the month of January, the fire department responded to the following 38 calls. There were 2 arson investigations, 1 car fire, 5 carbon monoxide alarms, 1 exterior generator fire, 7 regular fire alarms, 1 good attempt public assist, 1 medical assist, lift assist, 11 motor vehicle accidents, 4 mutual aid responses, 2 to Elizabeth, 1 to Roselle Park, and 1, I guess, at Union County standby. There was odor of gas, 1 power telephone cable line, and 3 smoke conditions. During these incidents, the fire department traveled 277 miles and utilized 248 hours. The fire department rescue squad responded to 46 calls, traveling 245 miles and utilized 93 hours. Additional hours utilized during the month of January included the following: administrative 236, stipend 1426, fire training 58.5, RS training 50.5. So the total calls in summary for the month 84, total miles traveled 522, total hours 2112. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Education, Health, and Human Services, Councilwoman Giordano Picerno. Does she hear us?
Tony?
Hi, sorry, Mayor. Thank you. I will start with our senior center, the director position. On Friday, January 26th, the interview committee met and interviewed all applicants, and as you can see through the resolution today, we unanimously felt that Shirley Boyden Maxwell would be a wonderful addition as the new senior director. She is very well known in Kenilworth, of course, lifelong resident, president of the Historical Society, but has countless contacts with the county, and I'm sure to be able to bring other programs, grant opportunities to the senior center, and to grow the amount of residents we have partaking of the senior center activities and different programs to pre-COVID numbers when there were several hundred attending. So we're excited about that getting underway. The school board, the only news they have is that the referendum projects are in full construction mode, moving along nicely, no delays and no problems, so that's great to note. Health department didn't have anything to note as of today, and the library has extensive children's programs being offered for the next month, both during the day and evening. However, they strongly recommend registering because space is limited on all their programs. The adult programs are typically in the evening, so I suggest that everyone go to the website for the library. It's www.kenilworthlibrary.org or call 908-276-2451 so you can get the specific activities, the days, and the times because they're very varied. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Is there a motion to accept and approve committee reports?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next for council consideration is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
The consent agenda consists of resolutions 2024-65 through 2024-77. These resolutions will be approved by one motion. All items will be recorded individually in full in the minutes. Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Yes.
We have two ordinances for introduction. Ordinance 2024-02, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2021-16 affecting employment titles, salary ranges, and personnel policies for borough employees of the Borough of Kenilworth, and repealing ordinance number 2023-25.
Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2024-2 for introduction?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Yes.
Be it hereby resolved that ordinance 2024-02, heretofore introduced, does now pass on first reading, and that said ordinance be further considered for final adoption, passage at the meeting to be held on February 21st, 2024, at 7 o'clock p.m., or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the Borough Council, and that at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the Borough Clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage. Ordinance 2024-03, ordinance adopting amendments to Chapter 170, Streets and Sidewalks, Article 1, Snow and Ice Removal, Section 170-4.5, Parking Restrictions, Prohibited Conduct of the Municipal Code of the Borough of Kenilworth.
Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2024-03 for introduction?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Scarice.
Yes.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Yes.
Be it hereby resolved that ordinance 2024-03, heretofore introduced, does now pass on first reading, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on February 21st, 2024, at 7 o'clock p.m., or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached, at the regular meeting place of the Borough Council, and that at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the Borough Clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Is there a motion to open the floor to the public?
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Does anyone have anything to say for the good and welfare of Kenilworth? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening.
Good
Mr.
evening.
Wright. Good evening,
Come on
Ms.
up.
Mayor. Thank you. This way or?
Come right up. You can come right to the microphone there.
Jess, you know what, though?
Right there.
You can speak
Okay.
clearly
Right into
into
the
the
mic,
microphone
yes.
so Tony can hear about it.
Thank you. I am a new resident. Well, I'm not living here in Kenilworth.
Can you just tell us your name and address, please? Yeah,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you. It's okay.
Diana Hidalgo, 277 Boulevard. And so we purchased a property and we're in the process, we have the permits, we're in the process of renewing the property. However, we've been at this almost 6 months and budget is running a little tight and we need to vacate the property, the rental property where we are, and we're trying to move in. With that being said, the kitchen is not done, and I am trying to inquire what are the requirements or what I need to have in order to move in, as my kitchen is not done yet.
I don't,
So can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
So right at the end of the hall there is the building office. And if you come tomorrow and speak with a woman named Cindy, she'll be able to help you out and tell you exactly what you need to do and what would need to get finished at a minimum and inspected so you can move in.
So we've been here, and they told me that they cannot advise of anything. So I requested to have maybe the building inspector reach out to us, since they recommended me us to speak to
I have a
them.
question. The borough does not require a CO, so I'm not understanding why she wouldn't be able to move in, even if her kitchen wasn't finished. People renovate their kitchens and don't have kitchens in their house. Being that we don't require a CO, I don't know that there's anything preventing you from moving into your house.
I don't know what the situation is on the property, but you're absolutely correct. We don't require the
Right.
CO, but maybe there was a reason why it couldn't go in.
I mean, we
You
still.
know what? I don't know if we want
Mark,
to talk about
do you
this right
think,
here.
is there anything that you can weigh in on this? I mean, we don't require a CO. There's people that renovate kitchens and they're living in their home and,
That's a good point. Usually, there are many towns that require a CO.
Right.
And if you couldn't get that for closing, then I can understand why you couldn't move in. Did anyone tell you that you could not move in?
Yes, they told
Who
me
did?
that at the moment.
The building department? Offline, let me have your telephone number, and then I'll.
yeah, this doesn't sound right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. so
Yep,
Welcome to town.
Thank you.
yes, welcome to Kenilworth.
Yeah, Mark, if we want to talk with the building department too, if something comes up,
Yeah.
let me know. We'll get-
I can't imagine that you can't move into your home.
Right after you buy
We're
it.
gonna, right, so, right,
Might have something to do with the closing.
but she's already closed on the property,
Did you
correct?
close on it?
Yes, she's just doing some renovations. So, Mark, you'll take care of this tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, please don't
Okay,
leave before you give me your call.
okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, council people. Good evening.
Good evening.
I understand, first of all, my name's Robert Potts, I live in North 17th Street. My understanding is the state law for parking at or near intersections is 25 feet, but 50, not within 25 feet of an intersection or 50 feet of a stop sign. There's one intersection I'm concerned about, which I find difficult to navigate, is on Cross Street, where it intersects with Union Avenue. I don't know who's parking there, but, you know, when traffic is coming the other way off of Monroe, it becomes a little bit of, you know, a squeeze there. So I'm just wondering, you know, if there's something that needs to be done or addressed, or it just seems like a little tight spot, so just wanted to bring it to,
I think we can have our traffic take a look at that.
not that I'm looking to create a problem for anybody, that's, if they were violating, but, like, I know the curbs are usually painted yellow, to indicate where there's no parking, but I know I've changed my route, going to my house because of that intersection on Cross Street. Seems like a little narrow when there's cars parked on both sides, particularly near the intersection. So I just figured I'd bring it to your attention.
Thank you.
Yeah, it could have been yellow, and it could have, over time, just chipped away or with, with salt and plowing.
Chief, did
So,
you have the traffic department look at this cross street in Union Avenue?
Mayor,
See if the,
if you talk to my lieutenant on the way out, we'll get it.
okay, we'll take care of it.
I don't want anybody to really get in trouble if they're...
No one's going to get in trouble, but, yeah,
It's just difficult to navigate.
Thank you.
Some of the streets are
Thank you.
narrow for traffic going both ways, especially if they're parking on both sides of the street.
Okay.
So that's one I just want to bring up.
Yeah, thank you, we appreciate
Wi-Fi
that.
seniors working out?
Oh, terrific, good.
Finally.
No, I'm hoping still working on it.
Oh, I thought it was fixed.
Oh, no, we did get Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, it's funny you brought that up, I meant to.
Not downstairs.
Yeah, we did, so we'll,
When did you do it?
yeah, just recently in January, and yeah, give me a call tomorrow, or I'll follow up with you after.
The senior center has Wi-Fi. I was there today.
You have to enter a password.
I had the password from the existing one.
There might
From
be a new
upstairs, I
one.
can connect up to it, but from
No, we
downstairs...
had it installed. Let me talk to you, I'll talk to you after. We'll
Okay.
double check, yeah.
We'll get it done.
Okay.
No, we had it installed and tested and.
Anyone else?
We're paying for it. I'm glad you mentioned that, I forgot to.
Carol Lindakakis, 31 North 21st Street.
Hi, Carol.
I just would like you to know how Paulette Truckler has stepped in and taken care of making sure that the lunch program continues.
Yeah.
It's, it's important to us, as senior citizens living on Social Security. Not only that, but I happen to be single and just have 2 cats, and I need the social part of it too. So I want to just make sure that Paulette gets credit where she...
Yep, she does a great job. I agree. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? One of my favorite people coming up to the microphone.
Shirley Maxwell, 38 South 24th Street.
Hi, Shirley.
I want to thank you all for the wonderful opportunity to serve the borough as Senior Program Director. I'm really looking forward to this exciting new venture, and I promise to fulfill the role to the very best of my ability. So thank you.
Congratulations. We're very happy that you're on board.
Thank you, very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, Joey Grimaldi, 34 North 14th Street. Across from the big, hopefully not master boondoggle, but across the street from the new football stadium and mega school that we're building. I didn't vote for it or against it. I missed that vote when the Board of Education had the vote.
Referendum.
But after the fact, after the project got started, I went up to the Board of Education meeting, and I spoke my piece, and I gave them all my objections and opinions. But thankfully, I think the monster dump trucks that would park on the street, like sometimes 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, they'd be out there lined up on the wrong side of the street, and then at sometimes about 6:45, they'd start a little early, before 7 o'clock, because as far as I understand, you're not supposed to be doing things like that until 7 o'clock, if I'm correct. But anyhow, so we're done with all of the dump trucks, but why they had to come in and out on 14th Street, I don't think that should have happened. I think they should have come in pardon my pointing, I think they should have come in from Monroe and come through the back way to the field, to the project, and then go out the way the students and teachers exit, and then go back out on Monroe, instead of putting all of that heavy traffic on the street, and those heavy trucks, and, I don't know how many new cracks we have in the street or not, but the other thing is, a couple of times, some of those machines, this one in particular with the big steel rolling pin in front of it, when that was in use, the house shook. My house shook. And, it's a little scary. There's some little cracks and stuff in the ceiling. I don't know if it's just the paint. I hope it's not structural, but had I got to vote for or against it at the proper time, I would have said no. But now in hindsight, I would say doubly no. I mean, I hope it winds up to be a good, great project. The field and the school is going to be expanded, right? I think.
Correct.
And that too, I don't even know if are we going to have such an influx of students that we need, a second floor on the school or expanded? Because, the last 5-6 years, I watched the graduation, the class size has been getting smaller and smaller.
Well, I can't speak for the Board of Education, and I think a lot of your questions really are directed to the Board of Education. I'm not really sure why the truck pattern is what it is and what dump trucks are there or aren't there.
They couldn't go over the baseball or the softball field that's coming up in the spring.
Yes.
Mayor, can I speak to
Yes,
that,
please,
Mayor?
yes.
Mr. Grimaldi, I don't know if you could hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Being in a construction field, I will say that whenever a project of this magnitude is in the organization and planning stages, they actually do traffic studies, and the best way to bring large trucks or machinery in and out, and especially a project like that, where you had a lot of soil that had to be removed, and then stone and some other underlayment that has to come in. There are specific reasons why they choose certain streets at certain times. It is definitely not random. And as far as, God forbid, any damage to the street or a sidewalk or someone's personal property, the contractor is obligated and covered by their insurance to remediate any bona fide damage. So I would say that if you felt that there was something that you wanted to address, I would go to the Board of Education meeting. Now, the next one is Monday night on February 12th. So if you have questions like this, that's the best place to bring your questions, and I'm sure they'll be able to address every one of them for you.
Well,
the meeting starts at 7 o'clock on Monday the 12th.
Yes, well, as I said, I had spoke to them after the fact, and I I politely vented and I let them know how I felt, but just as I let the council know how I felt with this whole construction project. That's it. I mean, I should have been more tuned in, and I should have paid attention to the school project, but I don't know. I have no kids, and you know, I know it's still an important part of the town, the school, but
It's my understanding.
Maybe if I was at the meeting, they would have told the residents that we would have been slightly imposed upon with all of the heavy traffic, but I think it's all done. I haven't seen a big dump truck, or at least not in that volume, so thank you for hearing me.
Thank you.
Part of the issue is that there's no trucks allowed in that section, there's a weight limit, and they grossly exceeded that, and I don't know, why is there a weight limit? Is there something with, any damage subterranean, is there soil, I don't know why there's a weight limit?
I don't think there's a weight limit. I think it's because the kids were hit when we were little.
Nah, there says gross vehicle weight, I'm pretty sure.
Roadway limits are determined by the thickness of the road. So when they're engineering the roads initially, if they want to restrict weight traffic, they'll make them a certain depth. I know like on roads where they can accept trucks that heavy, the asphalt is anywhere from 12 to 18 inches thick. But on a standard residential street, you might get anywhere from 4 to 6 inches.
Do you know on 14th Street, the thickness? I know typically that a lot of trucks do go down that road.
Without digging it up, I would have, if we want to dig it up to like do a test hole,
Okay.
that's one way to do it. Like, they make special drill bits for test holes that are like 3 inches wide, and it doesn't interfere with the structural integrity of the road. That's one way of finding out, or going to the original plans of the road.
That's what I'm wondering if we have
They have to turn
those.
them on,
Okay, thank you.
They can't go straight to the boulevard, they gotta make the left.
Right, but that way, it wasn't always that way, though. Wasn't always that
For
way.
at least 30 years.
That long?
For 30 years.
It's been a long time.
Excuse me if I may jump back in again. There is 2 brand-new, shiny, nice signs saying, "No trucks over 4 tons." And those dump trucks empty already exceed that, so.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else?
Good evening, Madam
Good
Mayor,
evening.
Council, Councilman, Councilwoman. My name's Dave Rodman. My family lives at 662 Richfield Avenue. I'm here tonight, unfortunately, because I have a concern. On July 11th, 2023, I received a phone call from Councilman Zimmerman's wife informing me that he and my wife were having an affair of over 6-7 years. I spoke to him, this happened on July 11th at 1:42. I spoke to him on July 13th. We both agreed that he would leave my wife alone and not speak to him anymore. He agreed. 2 months later, November 21st, I find out again that he's still speaking to my wife. I called him, tried to talk to him again. I said, "Why are you still talking to my wife?" You could ask your wife. So that obviously didn't go over too well. So again, I get a text from his wife on January 22nd that they're texting still. So I'm here so you guys can maybe help find his moral compass, because I'm trying to do this as a gentleman, but to me, this is a concern. Unfortunately, he's done this again, because this has happened in the past, because you remember Shannon, right, John? You remember Shannon 10 years ago, when the husband came to your house, right? They just stopped.
Mayor, I don't think this is a council issue.
No, this is a
Yeah,
concern.
yeah.
This is a concern, because there's children involved, sir.
Mr. Rodman, you're entitled to your opinions.
No, it's not opinion, it's fact, John. We can
You're
call
entitled to
it
your
right now. I have
opinions.
everything right here on my phone.
You're entitled to your opinions, but
It's
this
not opinion,
is,
it's fact, John. I want you to stay away from my family. I'm trying to do this the right way, John. John, I'm trying
you're
to do this the
entitled
right
to
way,
your
John.
opinions.
No,
I'll
it's not,
leave
you're
it
not
at
going to use
that.
the title of my opinions. You want to come back next time with the press? Would that
Okay.
get your attention, John?
We'll have our borough attorney interject here, please.
This is because he did this while he was the police chief. He did this while he was counsel. So really, we should investigate this.
Okay,
to see
I
if
understand
any resources were
so
used.
I completely understand that you're upset. However, I don't believe that this is the right forum
not
for
when
this
he's under counsel,
to
when he's
be
a councilman and
having, but that's a personal, that's not
That's
borough
personal, so we don't know
business.
that this didn't transpire or anything.
No, I'm saying that this
Borough
forum is
resources weren't
borough business, and
Correct.
the situation that you're having is a personal situation that you might be having with him.
And his title is police chief on it.
This really is not the forum.
Well, where would I like to go, sir? Where should I go? Should I go to ethics board? Where should I go?
It's
I'm asking you, I'm here for your help. He lost his moral compass, I'm trying to help you find him.
This does not deal with his role as a councilman.
It doesn't.
No.
Right.
So if he used sources from the borough in the means of this affair, while he was the chief and/or councilman, that doesn't constitute that? Can I remind you, sir, that Clark, right now, we have the mayor and police chief under criminal indictment. So if you don't tell me it doesn't happen in 2024, sir. please
That
don't.
wasn't the mayor in Kenilworth, by the way.
I see fire.
That was the mayor in Clark.
That's all I have to say. I see you guys ain't gonna do nothing, that's fine. That's fine, John. John, just know, now I'm just gonna go all the blue organizations, because from one fellow blue, retired blue organization, and I worked with your brother, your sister-in-law, had a chance to meet you in 21. at
Okay,
Frenchie's.
thank you, sir.
Remember, I was...
Thank you, sir.
60, you want to meet?
This is
I'm done, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm done. Have a good night. This is what you go for.
Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. Is there anyone else from the public that would like to speak?
Paulette Drogan, 215 Fayette Avenue, kind of living at the Cedar Club.
I just want to say, Paulette, before you got here, there was a very nice compliment paid to you by a resident that is enjoying the lunches and everything that you're doing for the seniors. So I just wanted to tell you that because I heard that it was a really nice compliment and you came in right after. So I want to make sure you heard that. Okay.
Carol,
Thank
every time she sees me, she thanks me, but I really don't have anything to do with the lunch program. That will always go on, even if I'm not there. So I don't want to take credit for that. Thank you, Carol.
I think she left. That's
I just have a couple of questions. Well, before I do, I'm seeing here, I'm looking at the, people are getting raises, and it's about time council and mayor got some kind of an increase, if that's what I'm reading properly.
No, we're not getting an increase.
Just a salary range. We're not taking
We're
increases.
adjusting ranges,
Yeah,
adjustment.
I'm here in the town 50 years, she's got to make a little bit more than $700. So I thought you were just kidding.
No, we're not.
Well, and the other thing, it says that part-time senior program director was crossed out. Like, is that full-time? And then another place it says senior program director, and it has an hourly range, so I just picked it up.
Let me put it up. I got it.
The ordinance made some corrections with respect to titles and then made some adjustments with respect to what the ranges need to be high and low to make sure that people are being compensated within those two limits.
I appreciate that. I missed out. That's okay.
So in your specific example with the senior director, it allowed us to get more flexibility. You'll notice the range from the past one, it starts there and now it goes higher, so if we have to go full-time. So it allows us to have flexibility next time we need to do something.
I just wondered, are we doing this full-time or is it just hourly?
Nothing changes, just how a range is established. So,
I see it.
really
No, I know
no
it's a
changes.
part-time position, so it's crossed out, okay. And then the last thing I might just say, Public Works. Oh, wait a minute, and also the crossing guards, they were getting 3 days of personal time or 2? Are they not getting that anymore? It was crossed out. I mean, this was what I'm reading.
Something did change with that, right? Amy?
Well, yeah, there were personnel policy information in the salary ordinance which didn't belong in there. So if you notice, we took out several references to personnel policies. They are covered in the handbook. They really shouldn't have been here. They were covered in the handbook.
So we're still letting a few personal days happen for some people, I would guess.
But the policies for crossing guards is likely to change in the next season, so that'll be communicated with them
And the last thing
next year, right? talk about that with them when we hire. So nothing is changing for this year, but next year, when they hire, there may be some changes to their
And the last thing is, I just want to say, being at the senior center more than I thought I would be, I can't thank the Public Works, Dominic. He opens, he closes, he's there, he'll come in and check, make sure everybody, he is wonderful. So, he's always been wonderful. As long as I've worked here, he's been top-notch. That man is really...
He'll help anybody, anytime, with anything.
Just comes and he's
Yep,
there.
I agree.
People, so
It's a great
I just
guy.
want to kudos to him.
We're fortunate, I agree.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else from the public that would like to speak? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public discussion.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to wish everyone a very happy Valentine's Day, and like I said before, I hope you enjoy some of the wonderful restaurants. Take your special someone out, or your family. We have great places in town. We have a florist and a lot of nice places to get some gifts. So I hope everyone patronizes our businesses here in Kenilworth. And that's all. Does anyone else have anything else to add?
Just wish everyone a happy and healthy
Yep, sure.
Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, Tony.
No?
I just want to thank Angela for facilitating me being able to participate and not miss a council meeting. It really means a lot to me, and I really want to thank you. I know you went out of your way to make this happen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, we're glad you're here.
You're in a better place where it's sunny and warm.
Yes, so I hope it's warm.
Yes.
Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn, please? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.